boys are leaving for school already. Say bye, Joseph. You going to school? Yes? The boys left for school. Hi, Caleb! Caleb? Caleb, what are you doing, you silly butt? What are you doing, you silly? What are you doing? I'm eating breakfast in bed while watching Como dice el dicho. I made egg with ham and there's avocado and cheese and black beans. Caleb's over here just hanging out in the bed. His legs. You're so long, Papa. So we were called earlier today back from the doctors, and they called us to set up and schedule an appointment for tonight. They kind of just wanted to check up on Caleb and the way he sleeps. They want to monitor his breathing, and we're actually looking for the location because it's not at the main hospital. It's at some clinic near children. So we're looking for that right now. I'm gonna be staying the night with Caleb. Only one parent could stay, so it's gonna be me. Right now the kids are at my mom's house. Oh, it's this one? So we are already here. We're waiting for Caleb to get tired so he can go to sleep. How do you think Caleb's gonna do? Good. It's gonna be all Caleb's bed, all for himself. He shouldn't fall, right? And these things should stop him from falling. What are you gonna go get to eat?
I don't know, this Whataburger, Wendy's.
Is there a Cane's around here?
Not around here, but close by.
Oh. We haven't eaten, well, we kind of like snacked on something before we came here, but we haven't actually eaten any food. So husband's gonna go grab something to eat, and then, what are you doing? Playing with Caleb. Then he's coming back with the food so we can eat something. Oh my god, I'm so tired. So I feel like these past few months I have gained so many followers. People who just started following me are asking me questions about Caleb, and they're wondering what is wrong with Caleb or what the diagnosis is. I feel like I kind of stopped posting about, well, I actually do post about Caleb all the time. It's just that I kind of like stopped posting about him having hydrocephalus. So when I do post about it, people like message me on Instagram and they're always like, hey, what does hydrocephalus mean? Like, is your baby okay? Or they kind of like freak out. And I just kind of want to make this video because just to kind of inform you guys, just to kind of give you an update of Caleb. For those who've been following me for a while, it will be kind of like an update. And for those who just started following me, it'll be more information about him. I love sharing our stories just because I feel like they could reach others who are going through the same or will be going through the same situation. It's like raising awareness for hydrocephalus in the right ways, if that makes any sense. Caleb was diagnosed with hydrocephalus when I was 20 weeks pregnant. This was during my anatomy scan, my doctor's appointment, my regular doctor appointment. It was just supposed to be an ultrasound and just kind of giving me what the gender of the baby was. And they told us the gender. They told us it was going to be a boy. We were kind of like excited, but kind of like, you know, third boy. But we were pretty excited. We walked out of there and they told us to just go home, that we were ready to go home. And when we were walking out the clinic, they called my name again. And that was pretty weird because they had already told us that we were okay to go home. And when I was called back, I actually just told my husband, you know what, we had Liam with us. So I told my husband, you know what, I'll go back and you go ahead, put Liam in the car seat, I'll meet you in just a second. I thought it was just like a little call back. Maybe they forgot to tell me something or I forgot. But when I went back, the doctor had actually called me into her office, and then she continued to say like, hi, I was just looking at your ultrasound, and I kind of have some bad news. And she then said, seems like your baby has a lot of fluid in his brain, more than what we actually expect them to. She started showing me like pictures of like what the brain's supposed to look like and what Caleb's brain looked like. She then said it was bad. The amount of fluid was pretty high to where she felt like I had to get an appointment with a doctor with higher knowledge as soon as possible. So she sent emails. She got me all set up. I obviously cried. I had no idea what she was talking about. I cried because I was just so scared. I didn't know what all of this meant. I was so confused, and I walked out of there. And I remember Adrian was... Were you still in the waiting room, or were you already going to the car?
I was in the bathroom.
Adrian was in the bathroom, and so when Adrian came out, he saw me sitting down crying, and he was wondering what was going on. I then explained to him what the doctor had told me. So we walked out of there, and we went to the car. We were talking, and I just couldn't stop crying because, I mean, first, you're pretty freaking sensitive when you're pregnant. You know, you're all hormonal. And then second, like, you just found out, I had just found out there was something wrong with my baby. We were in the car. We received a call from another clinic. Actually, Baylor Hospital called us, and they wanted to set up an appointment with us and had me come in as soon as possible for a ultrasound. This ultrasound is like, it's more advanced, and it was going to give them a closer look and a better view of Caleb's brain, really. So we were called to go in, and we said, okay, that's fine. So we scheduled the appointment right away. So as soon as we left my regular doctor's appointment, we dropped off Liam with my mom, drove straight to Baylor Hospital. As we arrived at Baylor Hospital, I was taken to the room where we did another ultrasound. They didn't give me the results that same day, did they? No. They sent us home, and then they called me again to come back in. Remember how it all went down? But I think we did go home, did we? And then we came back. I don't remember exactly how it all went down because there was so many clinics, so much going on. But we were just going back and forth from one clinic to another, one doctor to another. And it all just kept looking worse. Every doctor with higher knowledge that we would assign to go to was giving us worse news and worse news. So the next day we had a man scheduled with for an MRI here at Children's Hospital. Was taken in to a room where I had an MRI performed. They wanted to look at the baby's brain. Yeah, so we were taken back to her room where she gave us the results of the MRI. And she was talking about so much that we couldn't really understand. She kind of gave us an idea of Caleb's head, well, brain. If you've ever seen an ultrasound, you know that it's kind of pretty freaking hard to know where the head and the toes or whatever is at. So looking at a brain and looking at all the different pieces was even harder than you could imagine. She told us pretty much that it was best to just terminate. It was best to like not keep going with the pregnancy. She felt like the baby really had no future, like there was not much hope or not much we could do anymore because there was so much fluid in the brain that it was already breaking it in pieces and it wasn't even developing. So that was one of the most harsh appointments we had. She was very honest, but I guess at that point we just didn't really want to hear the truth. We kind of wanted to hear some words of, okay, hope, yes, like keep going, your pregnancy is going to be okay.
We're getting the truth. She told us that baby's brain is shattering, that he's not going to survive outside of the womb, that you're going to deliver at 32 weeks, it's gonna be mandatory C-section because his head will be too huge that it'll be impossible to deliver him vaginally. So, so saying if the baby survives and we keep going, the baby's not gonna survive outside of the womb.
Yeah. Well, he was more than likely to be a stillborn.
If he made it through the pregnancy.
If he made it through the pregnancy, yeah. I feel like I want to make a video and talk about all of this on because it is a long story and give you guys more details about Caleb. So you were just complaining. All you wanted was attention, weren't you? All you wanted was attention. Right? That's all you wanted. What is it, Caleb? He's getting all hooked up, huh?
Oh, nothing. They're taking a picture.
No, he's getting all hooked up right now. Caleb's all hooked up. We are about giving him a little bit of my juice. We got a little towel under him. He has to wear this mask to make sure he keeps all the wires in his head. Oh, she said it was 16 or 19, no?
Probably 19.
Yeah, it looks like 19
Hey, no, don't pull that one.
cords. I am breastfeeding Caleb. I'm trying to put him to sleep. Adrian is about to go to my mom's, pick up the boys, but he's setting up everything for me, so I don't have to get up anymore because I need to put this boy to sleep.